Tennis 101, An Introduction to Tennis by Annie Bonfiglio. Tennis is played on a rectangular flat surface. A tennis court is 78 feet long and 27 feet wide for singles matches and 36 feet for doubles matches. There are 4 types of court surfaces: clay, hard, grass, and carpet. Each surface is different in the speed and height of the bounce of the ball.
A tennis ball is the name of the ball used in tennis. A tennis ball is a brightly colored yellow hollow ball, about the size of your fist.
A serve is the most important shot in the game. A serve in tennis is a shot to start a point. The serve may be hit under or overhand. A server gets 2 chances to serve the ball in. The serve is initiated by tossing the ball into the air and hitting it into the diagonal opposite service box, without touching the net. If the ball hits the net on the serve and bounces over into the correct diagonal box, then it is called a let. The server then gets 1 more additional serve to get the ball in. There can also be a let if the server serves the ball and the receiver is not prepared.
For a right-handed player, the forehand is a stroke that begins on the right side of their body, continues across the body as contact is made with the ball, and ends on the left side of the body. There are various grips for executing the forehand. However, no matter what grip is used, most forehands are generally executed with one hand holding the racket. The backhand can be executed with either one hand or with both, and is generally considered more difficult to master than the forehand. 2 hands gives the player more control, while one hand can generate a slice shot, applying backspin on the ball to produce a low trajectory bounce. A volley is a shot returned to the opponent in midair before the ball bounces. A volley generally is performed near the net and is usually made with a stiff wrist punching motion to hit the ball into an open area of the opponent's court. An overhead in tennis is a shot that is hit above the hitter's head with a serve-like motion. An overhead can usually be hit with a high amount of force and is often a shot that ends the point. Warming up is very important to improving my game. Warming up consists of practicing my ground strokes, volleys, and serves before getting into a match. Warming up is not only beneficial to my health, but also to my tennis game. Warming up also consists of a light jog and quick stretches if I'm not playing right away. Warming up helps prepare me for playing well in my matches. Warming up provides consistency and warms up my muscles to prevent injury. Flexibility is one of the most important aspects in staying healthy and safe. Without flexibility, my chances of being injured and developing pain would be greatly increased. Increasing my flexibility, I will reduce the chances of re-injuring my knee and causing lower back pain. Flexibility will also improve my reach during tennis matches. Increasing my flexibility is important in all muscles. Nothing should be left out. Stretching is not only important in tennis practices, but also before a tennis match. Proper breathing techniques should be included with each stretch. Working on flexibility is vital when weather changes. Once the temperature began to drop, the risk of pain and injury tends to increase. Strength training is vital to improving my game, especially in my serves and ground strokes. Strength training is not about just lifting weights. Some exercises I use to increase my strength training included using a hand grip and a medicine ball. Tossing a medicine ball back and forth with a teammate is a great way to work your legs and arms. Using a hand grip is helpful to increase grip strength. Having a strong grip is important when increasing your ground stroke and service power. Cardiovascular conditioning is very important to improving endurance and stamina. Without cardio, I would not be able to perform well during long tennis matches and practices. Increasing my cardiovascular fitness will help me to do better with short and long distance running. Having good endurance will help me get to short volleys and run back to deep ground strokes. Cardiovascular conditioning includes long-distance running and short-distance sprints. Long-distance running includes running around all 5 courts for about 10 minutes. Short-distance running includes doing sprints from the baseline to the net and back. Foot skills are included in cardio training. We used a ladder to work on foot skills. Improving my foot skills helped me with the timing of hitting a ball and always remembering to return to the center of the baseline after every shot. Jumping rope is also a great and easy way to increase cardio. After every tennis practice and match, I do flexibility stretches for my cool down. Cool downs are just as important as warming up. A cool down is very important in reducing pain and injury. A cool down is very similar to flexibility. Singles and doubles is very self-explanatory. Singles is one person playing against another person. Doubles is 2 people playing against 2 other people. The scoring is exactly the same. The only aspect that changes is the size of the court. The doubles alleys is used only In a singles match, if a ball drops in the doubles alley, it is out. However, if a ball drops in the doubles alleys in a doubles match, it is fair game. The doubles alleys lies on opposite sides of the court. The first rule of tennis states the game is to begin by a coin toss. The winner of the coin toss can either choose to serve or receive, or they may choose their side of the court. The opponent gets to make the other decision. Rule number 2 states that the server must stand behind the baseline, not letting his feet cross the baseline until he has served the ball. The first serve is to be made from the deuce court, right side, into the opponent's deuce box, the left side. The tennis rules state that service should then alternate from the deuce court to advantage court each point. A server is given 2 tries to serve. If a server crosses the baseline before serving, it is called a fault. After 2 faults, the point is given to the opponent. If the ball hits the net on the serve but still falls into the opponent's box, it is called a let. The server is permitted to serve again, and the let does not count as a fault. An unlimited number of lets are permitted. If on the serve the receiver does not allow the ball to bounce in the box before hitting it, a point is rewarded to the server. Once a rally has begun, the player may decide to let the ball bounce or to hit it from the air. If the ball bounces twice on a side, however, the tennis rules state that the ball goes to the opponent. If your body makes contact with the ball, a point is awarded to the opponent. A ball that lands on the line is in and should be played. Lastly, service alternates players between games. Scoring in a game goes for both players. Love, 15, 30, 40. If a player has 40 points and wins another point, he wins the game, unless the other player also has 40 points. If both players have 40 points, the score is called deuce, as the player must win 2 points to win the game. If both players have at least 40 points and one is winning, the game is said to be his advantage, as another point will win the game for him. A set is won by the first player to win 6 game, as long as they win by 2. If the score is 5-5, the player may win normally if he gets to 7-5. If the score is 6-6, however, a tiebreaker must be played. A tiebreaker is scored by ones, and the first player to win 7 points wins the tiebreaker. The player must still win by 2 points, however. After winning the tiebreaker, the player is awarded the final game, winning the set 7-6. The first player to win 2 sets wins the match. Tennis is a great sport for people of all ages. Not only has tennis helped me get in shape, but also helped me stay on a nutritional diet and a good sleep schedule. In conclusion, tennis has helped me gain confidence and reach my goals. Tennis has helped me feel better inside and out. By playing tennis this year, I have gotten to know the other women's tennis members very well and have developed many new friendships.